Welcome, everybody, to the UCW-Zero television. I am MK. This is my broadcast partner, Josh Damian.
The better half.
Tonight, we have some amazing matches for you. The first is going to be newly crowned Ultra X champion Gabriel Busan defending his title not against one, but against two opponents. Josh, what do you think about this match?
I think that Swade Thompson will retain, and I don't need to say anything else.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's hard to argue with the guy who beat the champion that had the title for 16 title defenses in over 100 days.
Well, yeah, and I mean, here comes challenger number one right now in Dante Acosta. And I tell you what, I mean, there's just really nothing else I can say about this. I respect Dante. I think he's a great competitor. I just think that the odds are against him, even though it could be, technically it's, he has a third of a chance to win this title belt, but it's against Swade Thompson, so it's more like an eighth.
Well, and I'll tell you something. Dante Acosta has climbed the mountain many times, but he's yet to grab that championship ring.
Yeah, you got it exactly right. Grab the brass ring and then the gold belt, you know what I mean? And I think that Swade Thompson still has the advantage.
And his opponent, to the ring by Tommy Purr.
And
what is his name?
Gabriel Busan.
And here we go. Here's the first. Look at that. Accompanied by his confidant, friend, Tommy Purr, we have Gabriel Busan.
And you know what, I'll tell you what, I like Gabriel Busan a lot. I really do. But he's nothing compared to Swade Thompson. And you know what? I got to go because I do this man's ring announcing right now. So what up with that?
Now, what? Now, my broadcast partner has a long-standing relationship with the new Ultra X champion, Swade Thompson. And as such, Swade Thompson personally has asked Josh Damian to announce him. And so we will give him the floor.
Champion. He is the LeBron James of professional wrestling.
Calling himself now the LeBron James of professional wrestling. Here is the newly crowned Ultra X champion.
He is the Sin to your city. He is the UCW-Zero Ultra X champion and my best friend, Swade Thompson!
The crowd clearly not in favor of this champion right here. Now, here he is with the title. He is from Las Vegas, and that's what worries me is that this title has now gone out of the state to the southern part of Nevada. Although it's just 6 hours away, it is no longer in the state, where UCW-Zero is Utah's number one wrestling organization, is still a Utah-based company. Now, he has something written on his whiteboard, but I'm waiting for my broadcast partner to tell us what that says and what it means. Josh, very good job announcing.
Well, it's always. I bring everything to the table, and when it's my best friend, I have to.
What does it say on his whiteboard, and what's the meaning of it?
It says 2013 Twerk Champion. I know that you don't know what that is. It's a move in the club, and let me tell you something. He truly is a champion on multiple levels.
There we go. Well, I'll tell you what now. What type of, is this a triple threat match, a three-way match, a tag match? What is this?
This is technically a handicap match because it's Swade Thompson versus, it's technically a triple threat match, but in all reality, it is a handicap match. Wait a minute. I mean, you got to be kidding me here. Look at this. The champion, and no respect for the champion here.
Now, I got a question for you. Can Dante Acosta
No.
pin
No.
Gabriel Busan, or can Gabriel Busan pin Dante Acosta for the title?
Yes, they can. That it does work out like that. But I'll tell you what, I'm not worried. No one should be worried in this case. Here's the thing. There's a reason why he's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. That's the bottom line. There's a reason why he is the Ultra X champion.
But now, wouldn't he be your favorite champion?
Well, my favorite champion is Sway Thompson, so yes, he could be my favorite champion's favorite champion. But overall, he is the favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
There we go. Now, look, drawing a line in the sand, so to speak. And now, the thing about this is if he powders out, goes out of the ring, and those two go at it, and one of them happens to pin the other, he loses the title. So he's got to stay in the ring.
You know what? If you want to go by the rules, that's technically true. But at the same time, I'm not worried about that. And I don't think Sway Thompson is worried about that going into this contest. Look at this. See, there's the reason why he's actually he's doing this 1-on-2 now. In his mindset, that's how this works. It is technically every man for himself, but you never know how it'll work in this situation.
I think it's a lack of respect for his fellow opponents.
Oh.
See, and that's exactly what I would have done.
I think that's a lack of respect. He is a champion.
Well, hey, this is a championship match, and you show someone your ribs, you're going to get beat or kicked.
Speaking of which, Swade actually makes a mean plate of ribs. Very nice.
Wow, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah, makes his own rub, too.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Now, here is the most interesting test of strength I've seen for a while. Oh, and Busan. It looks like they're both going to take Swade out so that they can take the title from one or the other.
Well, you know what? Unfortunately, there cannot be one champion or one championship belt on two people, so I don't think that'll work for them. That's the thing, is that at some point they're going to betray each other, and you know who's going to capitalize? Mr. Thompson.
Oh, so it's a divide and conquer tactic, you say?
I'm not saying I know their strategy. I'm just saying that if Swade Thompson doesn't win, there will be anarchy.
Did you see that? Instead of chopping him, Dante Acosta must be learning something from the boys in the back. Instead of a chop, he gave him the slap in the face for the second time there. The crowd liking that. Tommy Purr.
Well, the crowd is disrespectful. Of course they like it.
Ooh, big shot right there.
Well, this is not fair.
Oh, and he finally gives him the chop.
You can play as much mind games as you want. That doesn't distract the fact that he's still the champion. Look, the champion gets a right to call a timeout.
Now look at this. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting here.
There you go. That's my friend.
Wow.
Hey, you get him, Swade. You got this.
We've got a little bit of cheering here for my broadcast partners. He's going to go for that pump handle.
It's well
and
deserved.
There he go. And Busan able to kick out of that. Able to get out of that as each one man is going for their move. But they're not really prepared to do this triple threat match because each move is being countered by another opponent. Oh, and they all go for that's what I'm saying. They all went for at the same time for the drop kick.
I'm rather surprised that Dante Acosta and Gabriel Busan didn't fly out of the ring. That's how powerful Swade Thompson's legs are.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's some powerful, 6 legs, I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
Oh, and the crowd now calling for Tommy Purr, chanting the Hello Kitty. Now, are we going to see Purr today?
You know what? Purr is just doing his thing. He's just trying to get noticed here in UCW-Zero. And I'll tell you one thing, he definitely will. I like Tommy Purr just as much. Swade Thompson's better, but I do like Tommy Purr a lot. Look at this now. Acosta over the top.
Oh, my goodness. Dante Acosta almost over the top ropes, but able to stop it. But here we go. Gabriel Busan. Oh, missile dropkick, but he knocks Dante Acosta off the ring rope onto this hard concrete floor. Acosta grabbing the legs. G2 Busan with the big elbow. I'll tell you something. It's like watching a video game anytime Acosta and Busan are in the ring together. Oh, and a big move off the apron into the crowd. Oh, my goodness.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
And now here we go. Oh, I thought we were going to see the big dive over the ropes, but I guess we won't. The flying sunset flip. We could have a new champion. Oh, just a 2 count.
I still can't tell which one is Donatello and which one's Michelangelo.
I'll tell you what, it certainly looks like that. You were singing the Kung Fu Fighting, but look, I don't think that's good strategy by Swade Thompson because like I said before, if one of these guys pins the other, they'll be a new champion.
I don't know if you heard, but Swade Thompson is the LeBron James of professional wrestling. I made that very clear, and even LeBron has to sit out in minutes in the game, all right? Every once in a while, Swade maybe needs a drink of water. The man is only human. He is Swade Thompson, but he is still only human.
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. In my mind, it wasn't very good strategy. Ooh, big elbow. Dante Acosta right there. It looks like Swade Thompson is getting the worst of this beatdown as he goes out of the ring again. And look at Gabriel Busan. primed and ripe to get pinned here. And Dante Acosta not going for the pin, curiously, and giving Busan time to roll him up here. 1, 2. Oh, and there we go. And another roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, and another roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, the referee's hand has got to hurt, hitting the mat that many times.
You know what? I mean, it's really nice to see this, but at the same time, neither of these guys drink Swaderade. One thing that I will say that they gave the advantage to, they took away from Swade Thompson, they took away his headband, and that was just not cool.
That's his where all his power comes from. Ooh, big slam there by Busan. Swade Thompson biding his time. Oh, big elbow. Oh, wow.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucw-zero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.
It's vintage. It's a copyright.
Oh, so it's not the Force. It's just a mystical power.
It's a side effect of Swaderade. It's kind of radioactive.
Oh, and Dante Acosta breaking that up.
Well, you know what? I mean, Acosta looking to get some revenge on my best friend, which is totally not cool.
But once again, his strategy seems to be working because there was a lot of pinfalls in that one little short period, but not a lot on Swade Thompson.
Yeah, he wishes he could wear velvet like my friend.
Oh, big chop outside the ring. Now, why isn't the referee counting down here? This is not an open rules match, is it?
No, it's definitely not. But at the same time, in a triple threat match, it's kind of hard to tell. And Swade Thompson just telling all the fans. Yeah, I can't say I blame him because I know what's coming next.
Uh-oh, here we go. What do you think?
Oh,
my goodness! Did you hear those bodies hitting the floor? That is concrete. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, here in UCW-Zero, Utah's #1 wrestling organization, we use concrete. We do not have pads on the floor, and that was awesome. Josh Damian.
That I'd like to apologize. I told the fans that I knew what was coming, and I did not see that because I did not see GT Busan interfering in Swade Thompson's plans.
And it looks like we might have a new champion here. Oh, my goodness. As Dante Acosta didn't make it to the ring. Gabriel Busan. Oh, with the top of the head. Slammed to the canvas. That might be it. Dante Acosta still a little staggered. Going high risk is Busan. We've seen it before. What do you think we have here, Josh?
I think we have Dante Acosta taking advantage is what I think we have.
Very smart. And that's what you have in a triple threat match. Oh, wow. Using Gabriel Busan as a launching pad. Dante Acosta trying to do something. I don't quite know what it was because it was a little messed up by Busan moving and Swade Thompson moving, so he had to try and adjust in the air and kind of messed him up a little bit there.
You know what? I think that Acosta was going for a headbutt and he wasn't clearly thinking. He's not clearly thinking anymore. Well, these guys are 0 for 2 from the top rope, but it's about to become 1 for 3 because here comes Swade.
Here we go, Swade Thompson.
Yeah, no!
Oh, shooting star press off the top ropes, miss. That's got to be it. I don't think Swade has anything.
You weren't supposed to move.
Oh, I'll tell you what. My broadcast partner yelling to his favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, you're not supposed to move.
I was yelling at Gabriel. He wasn't supposed to move. Swade is supposed to be the champion.
I'll tell you something. That was... Wow, I don't think he can recover from that. All three men on the canvas right now. All three men looking for the strength to get up. And the title's up for grabs right now, Josh.
No. I mean, I'm not worried about this. Thompson's got this victory, and What? Look at this now. GT, nope. No one home. Thompson, here we go. Yes! Pin him, Suede. Pin him.
Oh,
One,
I think that's it.
2.
Oh, and a kick out.
Come on.
And this match, something that we like to open the show with, something you always get here in Utah's #1 rated wrestling organization, a pay-per-view quality match, and I think that's about it. Oh, wow. Busan
There you go,
breaking
Suede.
that up. Now, Suede Thompson outside the ring here. All three men, I think they're spent. I'm not sure if they can get back up. I'm not sure who's going to win this. I know you want Suede to win. I'm impartial. I just don't know how any of them can win.
He's Suede Thompson. That's all I'm going to say. He's going to win this contest. Doesn't matter who's involved. Look at this now. GT, no, nobody home on that one. Acosta able to counter.
Oh, big super kick there by Acosta. What do you think? You think he'll get him?
No, why do you keep asking me what I think? I think Suede's going to retain the title is what I think is going to happen. Come on,
What is he
Suede.
doing? He is over here grabbing
It
the
is.
belt,
I know
grabbing his
you
Torque
are.
champion thing. What is going on? He has yet to be named the winner. Why is he doing this?
He can leave whenever he wants to. He's the champion.
Now the referee going after the whiteboard, trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, using the whiteboard as a distraction.
Look at this.
Hit
Pin
him.
him.
Oh,
He's
boy.
pinning. One, two.
and
Got
3.
him. Still champion.
Still champion, but he used some pretty dirty tactics. The referee has got to keep a better eye. Suede Thompson retains his title, but only after he used some very dirty tactics. Stay tuned, folks. We have a main event of Martin Casaus and Los Mochipaco coming up later on in the show. Stay
Still
tuned.
champion.
We'll see you later.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucw-zero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.
And we're back here with UCW-Zero Television. Welcome back. We'll turn the time over to the First Lady of UCW-Zero,
Our next-
Layla D.
Our next contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the UCW-Zero Tag Team title belts. Introducing first, the American Pitbulls.
Now, this is going to be a very interesting match to see because we have a tag team title match with Jason Jackson and the captain, Craig Stevens, the reigning and current tag team champions. What's going to be interesting about this match is in UCW-Zero, they treat everybody equally. It's an equal opportunity company because their opponents are going to be bump and grind.
Are you suggesting that because Bump and Grind is 2 women, they're at a disadvantage here?
I didn't say that they are at a disadvantage. I'm merely putting over.
That is sexist. That is
Thank you,
prejudice.
sir.
That is, I don't even know why you would suggest something like that.
I wasn't suggesting. I was merely stating that UCW-Zero, the #1 rated wrestling organization, is progressive enough to treat males and females equally as they should.
I still think you're sexist.
Bump and Grind.
You think I'm sexy?
Sexist.
Oh.
Yeah, replace that Y with an IST. But you want to talk about sexy, this is my team right here.
Now what's this? Only one half of Bump and Grind's coming out.
She can take him on.
Is this a handicap match? What do we got going on here?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you, but Morgan
She's asking for the mic. I guess I'm going to give her time.
Now, wait a minute. It would seem that the odds are stacked pretty unfairly against me. I have Captain Boring Craig Stevens.
Oh, totally disrespecting Craig Stevens.
No, let her talk.
And then I have that cute little pit bull.
She hitting on him?
My partner could not be here tonight, which is a tragedy that I cannot cash in on this opportunity. That's what I said. Because I can guarantee that Bump and Grind is meant to be the UCW Tag Team Champions.
So, is this a handicap match?
Hang
is it
on.
singles?
But I don't want to disappoint all of you beautiful people. So listen here. Let's play fair. Last time you and I got together, your tag partner tagged somebody else in to get the win. Not you. Somebody else. He turned his back on you.
Ooh, now that's is she justified in saying
Hold on.
that?
Don't get all overworked. I'm not finished. So what I'm offering is, why don't you and I get in there tonight, and maybe I'll give you the chance to get the pin, if you can.
Ooh. So we do have singles competition here tonight.
Oh, hang on. He hasn't accepted any challenge yet.
Well, that is correct. But I know these guys are champions. They're going to wrestle. They want this. They want this match. They want the best.
Oh, and look at that. Pitbull's such a gentleman. Well, I mean, you know what? Morgan got the little part right. I can't promise anything about being cute.
So it does look like it is going to be singles competition. Captain Craig Stevens being the role as, say, the manager or the confidant on the outside.
Well, he's not being the captain right now, I'll tell you that much.
No, he's not, actually. The captain in the ring is Jason Jackson, and Morgan, who is no stranger to intergender competition. And here we go. The crowd behind Morgan and Jason Jackson, kind of a split crowd. Who do you like in this?
Well, Morgan's about 50 times better looking, so I'm kind of biased, but I'm going to have to go with Morgan.
Oh, a headlock takedown there by Jason Jackson, the Pitbull. Oh, see, if she was just about 2 inches taller, she could have got those head scissors on Jason Jackson.
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't know who has to be taller on that one, but Jason Jackson hasn't had a growth spurt since about the 4th grade.
Oh, well, that's just unfair. A lot of arm drags. Michelle Morgan, very accomplished wrestler, very accomplished professional wrestler, knows all the moves, knows all the tricks. And I got to say, right now, I think she has a little bit of an advantage, especially in experience.
Well, you know, advantage in experience, advantage in height, you know. There's a lot of other factors in here.
What's going to be interesting to see here is if Jason gets a little, as I say, don't take it the wrong way, nasty. If he goes on some of the tactics that we've seen him use in the past where he's a little bit rabid.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that he may use the same tactics against a man as he would a female, or do you think he might be intimidated by Michelle Morgan's gender?
What tactics? What's he going to slobber all over her? I mean, the Pitbull's only a nickname here.
Well, he might go rabid on it. But look, test of strength. And using some MMA moves here is Michelle Morgan.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, there's nothing wrong with incorporating something like that in your arsenal.
Oh. Michelle Morgan blowing kisses to the fans, letting Jason Jackson out of the corner. And he says he's not going to have any of that. The fans screaming, Morgan's going to kill you. I mean, this is kind of weird because usually I'm used to an entire arena screaming crazily for the American Pitbulls. Yeah. How do you think that the Bump and Grind has won the crowd over?
Well, you know what? I tell you what, it doesn't matter what Morgan's actions are. She's always been a fan favorite. That's the bottom line here. And I mean, I think the Pitbull, once again, Not only has his growth spurt not changed since the 4th grade, but clearly his maturity hasn't, because he's clearly afraid of cooties, which, as we all know, went extinct as soon as you hit 7th grade.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Michelle Morgan, instead of doing a wrestling move, slapped Jason Jackson on the rear end.
Yeah, you can feel the tension from here.
But
No.
look, he seems completely dedicated to the cause and focused. Michelle Morgan, I don't know if she's taking this match too seriously, but then again, that just could be because she's loose, because this is her.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, whoa.
You apologize right now, sir.
Oh, she was loose in the sense of warmed up.
Phrasing. My gosh.
Oh! That's the experience that we're talking about. She was about to get the boot from Jason Jackson, and she was able to grab his tights and pull him into the post.
There are children who have very poor, misguided parents who allow them on YouTube to watch this show.
I think everybody out there but you understood what I meant. Ooh,
Oh.
big chops. Oh, those are huge chops. Right across the heart. Wow.
Here we go, Irish whip.
Into the corner. Jason Jackson successfully doing one of his vintage moves. Oh, and a big chop. That's what I'm talking about right there, Josh. He is not intimidated by the fact Michelle Morgan is a woman, and a beautiful one at that, as he tries for that back elbow that he uses so well, but he missed the mark. Right now, Jason Jackson taking shoulder blocks from Michelle Morgan. So now my question here is, do you think Craig Stevens, being the captain, being the guy who usually adheres to the rules, will come in to break up a pinfall?
You know what? I think every once in a while Craig has to break the rules. I think that's something that everyone has to do. You have to kind of
Especially in
bend the
tag
rules.
team action. But he didn't do anything there, and it appeared that Michelle Morgan had the better of Jason Jackson.
You know what? Whoa, there we go.
It seems like, everybody really enjoys these, kind of the new innuendo tactics of bump and grind Michelle Morgan.
I'll tell you what, it's hot in here, and it's not just because the temperature outside is 105.
Oh, and they're going back to the chops.
Here we go. Look at this now. Big clothesline.
Ooh, wow. And here she goes. What do we got? Oh, not quite enough. Didn't lay that clothesline in quite hard enough.
Michelle Morgan using all of her assets to her advantage.
Oh, and here we go. Oh! Trying to pull her over. 2. Oh. Craig Stevens distracting Michelle Morgan. Oh, backslide. Oh, didn't get it. Michelle Morgan, not paying attention or paying attention to the wrong person, got into the predicament that she's in right now.
Oh, and look at this now. Morgan sends the pit bull out to the floor.
Buying time. Once again, the experience of Michelle Morgan winning out.
Captain Craig Stevens trying to help out his partner, but he has some weird moral code.
Oh, right to the stomach. I thought we might see another chop.
The referee, of course, trying to make sure that he does his job. You've been complaining about them not counting at all tonight, and the times that they do count, you don't give them a good job. For crying out loud, you hypocrite.
Well, no, he was doing a good job, and it was interesting to see that she broke up the count so that she could administer more punishment to Jason Jackson, the pit bull.
It's just strategy. I mean, she uses all of her assets, like I said earlier. One of her assets being, of course, that she has that in-ring experience.
That is correct. No, I have to agree with you there. Big cover right here, pulls the leg, and oh, wow. Looking a little disappointed with herself for not getting the 1, 2, 3. Reverse chin lock there by Michelle Morgan, trying to win this war of attrition. Jason Jackson calling to the crowd to give him some pump, to give him something so that he could get out of this.
The pit bull in a very interesting predicament right here. How much would a loss affect the mentality of these two tag team champions?
Now, I understand, once again, Marty Daniels couldn't make it.
Oh!
And the Pitbulls, being the fighting champions they are, accepting this one-on-one match. Oh, here it comes. Big clotheslines here by Jason Jackson. Michelle Morgan appearing to be a little bit out of it here. Reversal. Nope, not quite there. Big backdrop by Jason Jackson. Michelle Morgan, I don't know if she can kick out.
I don't know if Jason.
Oh, whoa. That was as close as you could get to a 3 count.
I don't know if Jason Jackson remembers the last time he made a woman scream like that. Well, and now.
Oh, here it comes.
Well, this is Jason Jackson's favorite position, in case you people were wondering at home.
The big elbow from the top rope. Do you think we're going to see? Oh, now wait a minute. Marty Daniels was here. Marty Daniels, the other half of Bump and Grind, comes in and hits.
Look at this! Look at this in the ring!
And you know what's
it's
crazy
a 3!
about it? And he got the win. And you know what's crazy about it is it's legal because Captain Craig Stevens was just on the outside. Now, Marty Daniels told me she got into pro wrestling to commit legal assault, and there you saw it as Michelle Morgan gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who weren't able to see it, we actually will provide a replay for you. Marty Daniels actually came out and attacked the Captain Craig Stevens and actually ended up injuring his shoulder. We'll play that replay for you right now as you'll see it here on your screen.
It was a brutal shot. Hit him right in the arm. We do not know at this point in time how injured he is. I mean, that's a career-ending shot.
Yeah, you can see right here on the replay. It's just
and you know, when we heard that noise, I mean, it sent chills up my spine. It's just something. I don't know if they're going to show all of the footage, but it was terrible. It took DJ Fuego to take him back, Jason Jackson. I'm going to hope to go back later on and get an interview after the main event and see what happened.
So we're going to continue to extend our commercial break really quickly. We'll be back as soon as we can with your main event action here at UCW-Zero.
At UCW-Zero television with tonight's main event of the evening. It is Martin Casals versus Los Mochipaco.
I haven't even announced them yet.
And I tell you what, these fans are definitely here for this. I got to say,
Coming
Martin
to the ring
Casals
first,
definitely my man in this contest because he's not a
challenger.
coward. He will not hide behind a mask, unlike that
And the
Mochi.
self-proclaimed face of UCW-Zero.
He is the face and I am the voice.
I'll tell you what, he may be the face, but he's disrespecting a lot of people who made this company great by stating that. And here he is, a former tag team champion, a former UCW heavyweight champion, former WWE Tough Enough contestant. I mean, what hasn't this gentleman do? Martin Casals.
Yeah, and I got to agree with you in this case. Martin Casals is the best in this business, the best in this company. I really think that he could be a threat to Jason Bravo's heavyweight title. There's no doubt about that in my mind or anyone else's here.
I'll tell you, what's interesting is I don't think that that's his focus right now. I don't think he's focused on getting the heavyweight title. I think he's just focused on being the biggest and baddest, and he doesn't care about the title. He just wants to extend to everybody that he is the face of UCW-Zero, that he is the reason why that UCW-Zero has seen such success. I actually spoke with him after last match. He is taking full credit for UCW-Zero being the #1 wrestling organization in the state. He actually told me he is #1 wrestler in the state because he created the #1 organization in the state.
Well, you know what? I mean, he did. The bottom line here is that one
And
point,
his opponent,
Martin was just recruited like anyone else.
Mochiville, Mexico.
Really? Step over my commentary with this?
Los Mochipaco.
All right, just bring out the coward.
And the fans here showing respect, showing respect the style, showing respect for their wrestler by throwing banners into the ring, something that was started in Japan, brought over into Mexico, and brought here to the UCW arena.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, who's going to have to clean this up? It should be that masked freak is who it should be.
Well, I don't know. Now, no titles are on the line here, but I'll tell you, Paco is returning to his first singles match in 14 months. And you know what's going to be interesting to see is how quickly, even win, lose, or draw, he can be projected into the title picture. Either tag team or singles.
I don't know who would be his tag team partner. Probably that idiot Junior X. Someone like that. I don't know who it would want to be. He destroyed the commentary here that I tried to save so well, and I have saved so well, bottom line, for that one. And you know what? I just don't see this. I think Martin Casals is the face of this organization. He's definitely gotten the farthest out of anyone to ever come out of this organization, with the exception of maybe me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't agree with everything you said, but one thing I do disagree with is the fact that Martin is taking credit for building this company. Los Mochi Paco was there from day one as well, too. Why isn't he getting credit for building this company? DJ Fuego's been here since day one. Why isn't he getting credit for this company?
Well, that's disrespectful.
As we get a free T-shirt, Josh Damian, for all your great commentary, you get a free T-shirt from Los Mochi Paco. Now look at Martin.
I've always wanted
Where
to really...
is security? Where is security? Security should be here, sitting in that... Oh! Now that is just uncalled for. Where is security? She should be escorted from the arena. And Martin with that banner on his boot. Wow. What a start. And the crowd clearly happy to see Paco back after 14 months of a knee injury.
Well, here we go. It's time for Martin Casals to finally shut everyone up, all of these idiotic fans, and take out Los Mochi Paco.
What's going to interest me is Paco was in a tag team match last time we saw him at the Infinity Center. And who was his tag team partner? No one else but AAA superstar Cassandro.
I don't know. It was some dude.
Anyway, this is his first singles competition, and there's going to be a lot of ring rust. Oh, and the crowd chanting the famous overrated, singing about Martin.
No, you know what? I mean, it's about time these people finally realized how overrated that coward is. Of course, everyone knows I'm talking about Los Mochi Paco.
Well, what's amazing to me is how many times we've seen these two in the ring. How many times we've seen these people in the ring, and this seems very, very fresh. I mean, how many times has Paco and Martin been in the ring against each other, with each other? They know each other.
Yeah, I mean, these two have been in this industry for quite some time now. There's no doubt about it that, you know, when it comes to respect in this business, and especially in that locker room, these two are very high up on it. Los Mochi Paco has been out for over a year and a half. I know that you weren't part of the company at the time, but I was actually in the ring announcing that show, and it was very intense, the feeling there, because we really knew that, you know, someone of Los Mochi Paco, he may not ever wrestle again, and unfortunately he is today.
Well, and I believe he was told medically that he would not wrestle again. That's what I've been told. And there he is, proving the doctors wrong, proving everybody wrong, and it's a testament to the human spirit that Los Mochi Paco is in the ring right now.
Well, it's a testament to something, and Martin Casals almost trying to work on that knee of Los Mochi Paco, which would have been a great idea.
Well, that's what you do. You seek out the weakness of your opponent. It's a target, and you go after it. And that's the weakness. Sorry to say it, Paco. That is your weakness. Someone's going to go after it. It's nothing wrong with that.
Los Mochi Paco, a victim of his own pride, in my opinion. Taking on Martin Casals here is no small feat, that's for sure, even though he wears a size 9.
Now look here. Paco showing some strength and working on the arm. But Martin, oh, wow, wrenching that arm. Martin is so strong. And he's such a good wrestler. When he gets a hold of you, it is very difficult to get out.
I have no complaints except that he could use a haircut.
Wow, and Paco using his lucha moves to get out of that. And Martin goes over the top ropes. See, when you're the smaller opponent, you got to use your savvy as your strength. And here we go. Oh, Paco almost over the top ropes onto Martin. Oh, and a shot to the face. Working outside, the referee calling for them to get inside the ring. And here we go. Oh, and a miss. Oh! And Martin putting Paco right into that apron of wood and steel. Paco's back has got to be hurt. Oh, and almost going for the Superman. He didn't do it.
Oh, good stuff there from Casals, psyching out the fans here. And now Casals just needs to get back on his game here, make sure that he can take out Paco here, because Paco right now has the advantage. I stand corrected as there's that swift kick right there to the midsection. And look at this. Paco, man.
Wow. Now, I don't know which leg was injured.
I believe it was his right.
Oh, my goodness, right over the top rope. It looks like there's no rust on Los Mochi Paco as he does that Hurricane Rana signature move. I don't think Marty was expecting that.
It was a Hurricane Rana to the outside.
Not just a Hurricane Rana, but this man's knee was obliterated, was blown out.
I have no comment.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucw-zero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.
No one.
Oh, boy. That might be the epitaph. That might be it. Oh, and a big shot to the injured knee of Los Mochi Paco.
Yeah,
no.
I think the place where Paco went wrong was he got in the ring. That was his first mistake.
Uh-oh, and Paco's representation isn't here to throw in the towel. Oh, big boot to the knee.
I just don't understand why Paco would immediately come back in here and challenge something like being the face of this company. The man has been gone for over a year and a half, and the first thing that he does is he has the audacity to even challenge that?
No, don't do it.
Oh, please do it.
Oh, no. No, now this has gone beyond. Oh! Oh, I was hoping he wouldn't hit his knee into the post, but that's even worse. How is Paco taking this? What do you think his pain tolerance is being out of the ring for 14 months?
Well, you know what? I mean, he definitely doesn't have a high pain tolerance. There's no doubt about that. I mean, that's an old injury that's being used by Martin Casals, and it's great strategy by Casals. I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you what. I don't know about being great strategy, but it's certainly, no, stop it. Get in the ring and pin him. This is terrible. You're not trying to injure a man's career. You're not trying to end a man's career. This is terrible. Why is he doing that? Why would you just purposely try and hurt someone? Why would you do that? Paco clearly out of it. Paco clearly laying there. I don't think he's going to get back up. I don't know if he's injured. I mean, is there a doctor? Could we get the company doctor here? Let's just hope. Oh, no, 2. Why is Paco kicking out? He has the heart of a champion. I don't know if he can stand. We don't know how bad that knee is. I don't know what's going on.
Casals taking full advantage of the situation as anyone would. I give Martin Casals nothing but props for what he's doing tonight.
Paco can barely stand up. I think the referee should call the match, and we should. I think we should call the match. I think it should be over. I mean, look at this, Josh. Even you have to admit this is pretty brutal.
The only thing that I'll admit is that Los Mochi Paco is getting everything that he deserved. if you have way too much pride like that man does, you get exactly what's coming to you. And in this case, if Martin Casals is putting his pride and his reputation on the line, just like Los Mochi Paco is. One man was going to be embarrassed at the end of this, and it's pretty clearly Paco.
Oh, no. Oh, now wrenching it. He's taken the striking and gone to just the wrenching. And wrenching that leg. I mean, that hurts enough, even if you don't have an injury. Can you imagine what it feels like with an already injured knee?
The only thing that I can say in this situation is that, exactly like you said, someone is getting what they deserve.
Oh, I'll tell you. This is pretty bad. And Paco kicking out of it. Paco kicking out of it. Oh, and a punch. Fighting back by Paco. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to win this match. Oh, no. Yeah, big German there. Oh, I think he could have gone for the cover, but he didn't.
Well, Casals isn't just going to go for the victory. He's going to go for the end of a career.
Oh, and another German. Can he do 3? Do you think he'll get him over for 3?
I think he will.
Oh.
You want to talk about over? He literally flipped for it.
And Martin smiling at the crowd saying, you want to see some more? I think that's it. I don't think Paco has any left.
Paco lucky that his leg isn't just hanging by a string or a tendon right now. This is just unbelievable stuff. He's finally wearing wrestling boots. Look at that. No more stupid spinners.
Martin Casals looking for the cheers that he once used to get here before he was so, I don't know what to say, taken over by his own ego.
Are you suggesting that Martin Casals is egotistical?
I'm saying he is very egotistical now, and I don't like it.
I think it's great.
And here comes double underhook. Oh, Paco.
No.
Shaking off that knee injury. And here they go. Oh, no. Oh, here. Oh.
Get it,
I
champ.
think that might be it.
1, 2.
Oh, and a kick out coming from somewhere. Deep inside the resources of his soul, Paco was able to kick out of that.
Unbelievable. I can't. It's. Ugh. Give up already.
Now, Martin not going for the cover, wanting to dish out more punishment. I think he's more interested in just dishing out punishment than he is winning this match.
Well, as he should be. I mean, I don't know why else he would.
You keep saying he's trying to teach Paco a lesson and things of that nature. This is a match. This is a wrestling match between two individuals. There's no reason why you should want to injure someone or end their career.
You know what? A lesson needs to be taught here. Someone runs their mouth way too much, they get exactly what they've got coming to them. And in this case, Casals is going to deliver. Free of charge. No need to tip.
Oh, no. And he's coming off the top rope. And when Martin comes off the top rope, no one survives. Oh, and a desperation attempt. He couldn't make it to Martin, but he hits the ropes. And the ropes being connected together knocked Martin off his perch. Now he's almost in a tree of woe.
Los Mochi Paco could have just killed millions.
What do you think's going to happen right now? What could happen?
I think that Paco's leg is going to snap either way. It doesn't matter if he wins or he loses.
Paco throwing shots to Martin. Paco trying to climb those ropes with an injured leg. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh, wow. Big chop there.
Well, if you want to be disrespectful about it.
Here we go. What do you think?
No.
Oh, my goodness. Do we see it?
They're going to touch the ceiling.
Oh, and a big superplex. How did he get it off? How did he do that? How did he do that on an injured leg that had been constantly worked over by Martin? Los Mochi Paco. That was awesome. Los Mochi Paco digging deep. Pulling it out. A superplex.
That leg has to be broken. There's no way it's not.
I'll tell you what, he is going to feel it in the back. I can't believe, and you know as well as I do, when you have a superplex, it sometimes hurts you just as much as your opponent.
A referee at 7 now. Time to put up or shut up.
And Martin looks a little wobbly, as does Los Mochi Paco. Oh, my, oh, big boot to the gut. Looks like Martin has the advantage right now. Uh-oh. He's got a hold of him. Uh-oh.
Oh, what was that?
Destroyer, he got it. He hit it. He hit it. But is he going to be able to take advantage of it? Martin's right next to the ropes, but he's not aware. Oh, and he grabbed the ropes. He grabbed the ropes. That is what happens when you are a seasoned veteran. Instead of using his strength to kick out of that, he grabbed the ropes.
I tell you what, I mean, if you're in Salt Lake City right now and you're missing this match, you're clearly an idiot.
I'm going to say something. This is pay-per-view quality, as each match is every night here in Utah's #1 rated wrestling organization. You will not see wrestling this quality anywhere.
No. Here we go. Get him, Casals. Get him,
There
Casals.
we go.
Take him up. Put him down.
For the second time
What?
this evening.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
And he's got a hold of him. Does he got it? 2 and 3. He got it. Paco, overcoming all odds, gets the win against
Ladies
Martin
and
Casals.
gentlemen,
Martin
your
Casals
winner,
looks shocked,
Los
looks stunned.
Mochi
Josh Damian, he overcame huge odds to win.
He cheated.
He did not cheat.
There's no other way. There you go.
There's no call for that. You shake the other man's hand. You shake his hand. Oh, now this is just terrible. Why is he doing it? Awful. Awful. Why is this happening? Why is his knee getting stomped on? Why is he trying to end a career? This is terrible. This is something that does not need to happen. Why are we doing this? Why are we continuing to show this? I don't know. Where is security? Why are we not stopping this?
There's no reason to protect that coward. Martin Casals is just
But
doing
the
what
match
we
is
all
over. This
thought
is
about
assault.
doing.
We need to call security. What is going on here? Oh, here we go. Junior X. Junior X coming in. Former tag team partners to save his former tag team partner.
Oh, there's no point to him being here. This is ridiculous.
There is a point to him being here. Oh, and everybody. Now, wait a minute. Everybody's coming in. We got Cassidy. We got Jason Bravo. What do we got? The referee leaving the ring. Oh, and double clothesline on Jason Bravo.
You don't
and
disrespect
Cassidy.
the champion like that.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going to happen. You're going to want to tune into us next week here on Utah's #1 rated wrestling show, UCW-Zero.
Oh, there you go.